It is time for some basketball and chatter with our next guest. It is Robert Kelly, one of the scouts for Prep Girls Hoops Kansas. Robert, appreciate you coming back on the show. And you sent me a message earlier about some crazy stats, just about the number of commits in the 2026 class. What was that?
Well, so far, and it's honestly, I'm pretty impressed given the time of year that it is there's about 50 girls basketball players committed to play college ball next year. And that's a pretty good number on average, anywhere between 85 and 110. COVID kind of affected a lot of things and all the weird things that have happened at the college level with that. But there's, given 50, there's still a lot of opportunity for players to find places to play. And even come midsummer, there'll be 8, 10, 12 colleges that I know of that are still looking for graduated seniors. So there's don't give up hope.
Yeah, that recruiting process never stops. All right, so let's shine the spotlights on some of the girls that you wanted to feature here on today's show. Who stood out to you so far?
Well, one of the a player that's new to the Keisha environment is Carly Smith from Beloit. She's a 5'6" combo guard. She transferred in from a playing homeschool ball, and she transferred in having already scored 1,500 points. I know the club that she's been playing with for the past couple of years, and she has been an impact player. Beloit was competitive already, and picking her up, they're 9-1. They're in the Larned Substate for 3A, and I think they have a shot to make it to state this year. Um, and most people know how hard it is to get to state in the 3A levels because it's pretty brutal in a lot of places.
Yeah, especially that I feel like that central part of the state, whether it's north central or south central, I feel like there's a lot of good teams that are hovering in that 2, 3A section. So yeah, I agree. But good addition for Beloit. Who else is on your list so far?
Um, One player that I think doesn't get enough attention, and I have liked from the moment she stepped on the floor as a freshman. I have her ranked number 3 in the class of 27 and have for a long time. Is a 6'1" power forward for Shawnee Mission Northwest. Her name is Ruth Gibson. She 2 years ago as a freshman, they were at the state tournament, and she and one of her teammates, Gabby, I can't remember her last name. The girls graduated last year and went off to play college ball. And there was a last second shot that basically pitted her and Gabby against a couple of Derby players. Um, and Derby had to make a last shot to take the lead with like under 10 seconds to go. They made it, got down the other end of the floor. Shawnee Mission Northwest missed a 3-point shot that hit the rim and didn't go in. What that showed me even then was the two best players on the floor. Of one of them was her as a freshman. And Ruth is she's fast. She's got handles. She plays on the wing. She can play the four. She's strong. She's aggressive. And she just is not getting much attention. She's averaging about 10 points a game. I don't have the rest of the stat line on her, but she is a heck of a player, and I think is very much overlooked. I think in terms of how tough she is. And Shawnee Mission Northwest is, that Sunflower League is brutal,
Yeah.
and they've lost a few games, especially before, in December. They were lost. I think they hadn't found their footing yet, but after January 1, a lot of teams step on the floor and they're better than they were already beforehand, and they're that, and they're just on the outside, I think, of the top 10 ranked teams in the state, and they have a big game coming up with Mill Valley. I think is tomorrow night, and I think if they can get a win there, that'll catch people's attention.
Yeah, another one on that list of really talented players out of the KC area. Who else do you have?
Well, I think you can't talk about players that are standing out and not have Eve Long from Sean or from Olathe South in the conversation. She Olathe South was was winning games early in December while she was still recuperating from a knee injury she suffered late in the summer. And they got her back right after the first of the year. And she's just tearing things up. She's averaging more than 32 points a game, nearly 10 rebounds, 3.2 steals. She is been selected just recently. I think it's by a Naismith, maybe. It's like a mid-season all America team or something like that. She's one of the players that are on that. I'd have to go look for the exact information. I just saw it in passing yesterday on Twitter, and she's yeah, she is. I've seen her a lot over the last couple of years, and late last year, kind of is when I first saw her. Finally, I saw her get the next step of "I'm going to kick your butt" attitude with the ball,
Yeah.
and she shoots it from the three. She'll jump over you. She'll go around you. I mean, there's really it's maybe a couple players in the state that physically have the ability to compete with her. So Olathe South, Eve Long is going to be a player to watch. And coming up next week at the Mid America Classic in McPherson, if you get a chance to go to that, you will maybe get a chance for Olathe South and the number one team in the state, Shawnee Mission South, to play each other in the semifinals. And that will be maybe a preview of the state championship game. So I think if people get a chance to see that next week in McPherson, you better get there and see it.
Yeah, I feel like Eve Long. I mean, you talk about, like worth the tickets. Like if you're gonna go buy, a ticket to go see one game or some player, like I mean, I feel like Eve Long is definitely one of your shots there. But yeah, really talented, exciting player. Glad she's here in
She is.
Kansas.
And she doesn't have to score to make. I mean, she even with all the scoring, she makes everybody else around her better.
Yeah.
And one of the things about Olathe South is they're still missing two players. The point guard that started for them at the state tournament 2 years ago has had some foot and leg problems and has not stepped on the floor since. She's not playing right now. And they've got a 6'1" power forward that is a 27, Alexis Allen. She hasn't played yet either. She's been injured. So if they get everybody back,
Yeah. Scary times. Scary times. Hey,
and
anyone
for
else on
some
your
a
list?
lot of teams, it's going to be pick a number. It's not whether they're going to win; it's pick a number because they're just that good. But she's a great kid, very friendly, very talkative, and she's just a wonderful player to watch.
Anyone else on your list?
Yeah, another overlooked player I think people need to be paying attention to is a senior from Clifton Clyde. Sevi Wirtz is a 5'6" point guard, shooting guard for them. They have the misfortune of being uh, one a Division One teams in the Twin Valley League, which last year I think they had two teams win state championships and two teams like Lynn and Hanover were in the state championship game for against each other. And in that, Wabansie dropped down from 2A to 1A Division One this year. So Centralia, Wabansie, uh, Clifton, Clyde. I mean, they're at the Twin Valley League tournament that's running. It that ran. They've only got a couple 3 losses, and they were in the number 9 seed. That's how brutal that Twin Valley League is. But she is a heck of an athlete, excels in many sports. Her shooting's a little bit down this year, but she is a career 34% 3-point shooter. She's averaging more than 26 points a game, and she shoots more than 80% from the line. She's got a sister, Shay, that is a forward for Cloud County too. So Sevi, who's a senior this year, is uncommitted, and I'm hoping that she gets to find a home that fits what she can do. So.
Well, Robert, again, appreciate your time. And man, I mean, as a basketball fan, there's not much better than all these midseason tournaments. So I'll let you enjoy the rest of the season.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you having me on again. Hopefully, I'll guest again in the future.
All right, we'll hit you up. That's Robert Kelly, one of the scouts for Prep Girls Hoops Kansas.